Afternoon. This is Nita and Miss Panda with the Timepiece Garden. And yeah, I forgot I had a dental appointment today. So it's the first full day back from camping. And while, everything was done and unpacked and washed yesterday, I lost my morning because of dental, It's gotta keep your teeth good. So it's a little after 6 and it's not cooled down, but it's cool enough in the shade to actually get some work done. I miss Panda Bears. I miss Panda Bears. So we went back to the Garden 3 and Garden 2. I went ahead and harvested some more broccoli spears because I'm still getting some. Again, not big ones. And went ahead and took the garlic out of the ground. You can see where they just never, they never blossomed like a garlic should. And their stalks are dying off like that one, just completely dying off. So it was just time to dig them up before they rot like the radishes did. Or excuse me, like the turnips did. So, having said that, what are we going to do? We're going to go ahead and work in Garden 1. I've not done anything in Garden 1 yet. I got a pot over there I need to get in the ground. It's blooming and loving it, but its location, but, it needs to get in the ground. Having said that, I need to deal with the mint. It is completely taken over. I knew it would. So I need to get some in the pot and get rid of the rest of it because I don't want this much mint here. I have a cilantro there. That's a volunteer, seeded completely on its own, just like I have a dill. That's a dill sprig that also completely, volunteered, seeded on its own. Now the cilantro, I don't need any, but the dill here, I'm going to go ahead and harvest some of those spears and go ahead and get them to drying, and I'm going to go ahead and let it bloom so I can go ahead and sow some more dill here, which is awesome. I also need to plant my basils. They will take a planting this late and still produce plenty of basil for me to dehydrate. I need to clean up the chives, go ahead and harvest some of that for dehydration. And then from there, it's just kind of weeding Garden 1. I need to get the yarrow out of there because I have plenty over there. I need to remove the Delilah from there, transplant it back there. It's just little things. The Delilah there, why am I moving it? Because it blocks my path to get to the hummingbird feeder. And I either lose the Delilah in the flowers or I don't feed the hummingbirds, and neither of those are acceptable. So again, it's just little things. I had a weed growing out of the top of my stump. I've already removed that. Just clean up in this garden, because this garden is very designed to do what it does, is come back year after year after year. It's like a potager garden, or an antique flower cottage garden. That's the idea and the theme. And it does that as long as I keep it clean. So, let me get to cleaning. Panda's gonna love it because that means we're hanging out. Bucket's got water in it, so she can come up here and get a drink whenever she wants. She's just like, yeah, we're home, Mom. I'm on patrol. Don't have to wear no stinking leash when I'm at home. All right, she and I'll talk to you in a few. All right, I opted to do the hard thing first, which is good because that way I can get it done and everything else will be easy after that. Maybe. Big old empty pot. Mint's gone, kind of. And what I mean by kind of, and let me set one of my gloves down so I can show you. When mint kind of acts like crabgrass or Bermuda grass. It sends out these runners. That's all mint root. And each one of those will sooner or later grow a new mint shoot off of it. So if you pull your mint and don't come through here and get out all the mint roots, all the runners, it'll be a mess. You'll get mint everywhere. So you can see where I'm already a little late. It started to run in the corner of the wood here, which means it's going to try and go under it that way, and that way. And I can't have the mint escape into these other 3 areas. So I am probably not going to get to anything else tonight but the mint, because I got to get the mint root out. And then I need to let this set for like 30 days so I can see if if I've missed a root, if it sends up a shoot, then I can pull it, So now don't worry, I did keep it. It's chocolate mint. I've got a bucket full over there with the rest of the buckets that I have on the patio. There's a good reason to keep chocolate mint. Whew. Just not a good reason to let it take over my whole little cottage garden here. So let me get back to work, and I'll talk to you in a few. Alrighty, I'm gonna tell you it's clear and clean. To include, you can see where I was digging up under the little nub there to make sure that I got all them little stringer roots that mints do. I actually ended up having to lift the log because they had started to go out under the log and then under those two rocks. Now those hadn't set up plant shoots yet, you know, just the runner root. So those are all gone. Having said that, I'm actually going to move to this bed next. This log here is one long log. It's too heavy for me to lift, and there are some roots that went under this log. So you know, it's one of those crap. I hope I don't mess up my gladiolas there. Move the pot. I'm going to go ahead and do that one next, and I'm probably going to call it an evening. It was a pain in the butt, but that one's clear. Now I'm probably going to, again, have to leave it just for a month, not plant anything in here, you know, and see, make sure I don't have any baby roots shooting up, that I might have missed something. So, let me get on to the next spot. Panda's already bored with me. She's like, whatever, Mom, whatever. Alright, talk to you in a few. Alright, the last little bit of watering that didn't get any water last night is the grass. So now I don't water all of it. Just kind of this area between the fence here. There's a finger here somewhere. There it is, between the fence and then not quite to the tree or the edge there. Because this is mine and Panda's play area. So it's really important that this area stays semi-green and mowed. Keeps the chiggers and the ticks and all that other stuff away. And it gives her and I a place to play ball, or to hang out in the shade, or her to show me what the catch of the day is. You know, so it did not get water yesterday. It's getting water today. And these guys here are my woolly lambs here. And this is a butterfly tree, or butterfly. Yeah, it is a butterfly tree, but it's also a bee tree. I'm trying to show you this guy. He keeps moving. Come over and check that guy out. So there's several bees floating around in here. So woolly lambs there. You can see it. It's furry. It's woolly. You know, very good veining across the back that you can see. The leaves, if you look, go opposite sides of each other, left, right. And then from each leaf section, you can see it there, is where a flower stalk comes out at. Woolly lambs there. So it was used in Civil War as Band-Aids. It's very blood absorbent, believe it or not, very sterile. And you can also use it as toilet paper. Now, before you use it as toilet paper, I recommend you test it somewhere, because it's possible that the little furries will not make your back end happy. It's something you want to know before you use it. So they're busy trying to get that last little evening drink. So we'll leave them alone, let them do their thing. Anyway, it's a good pollinator, very bee friendly. I've always liked it here in this garden. I am thinking about putting some in the back garden as well, just because it does well in the full sun. When I first got it, it was gifted to me by a friend. And if you go back and you look at videos, I stuck it up there at the edge of the hill. I don't water up there. You know, I let it do what it did for a year, and it survived. It went through the summer, the heat of the summer, heat in August, through the winter, and came back. And when it came back, I said, okay, it's in the garden. And you can see where the fence is there. All this stuff on the outside of the fence, probably going to get moved. Just like the fact that it's seeded here and it's seeded there, and there's another seed over on the other side in the grass. Those are also going to get moved. When I do, I think in the back garden, one of those places in front of the hoop tunnel would be a good place for it. Just because it is so bee friendly. You know? It is one of the first ones to bloom. It beats my zinnias. It beats my echinaceas to bloom. So it's just a thought process, because I have plenty. All right, well, me and Panda are going to go in the house and take a break. We're going to let the grass roll for about, get watered for about 30 minutes, and then we'll shut it off. Grass doesn't need a week's worth of water. And I don't know if you see it, but my wild rose is in bloom. Looking kind of awesome. Whew. All right, I'm done for the evening. Miss Panda and I, I'll talk to you later.